Doesn't it kind of look like a couple of dragons?
Come on, baby. Keep smoking. Oh yeah, I got a number over here. Look at that. The last week, sitting in the car. I'm gonna pull this out of the way. Show you the back.
I had a buddy just drop me off. I have not hiked maybe even 100 yards back where you can see that opening in the trees in on this trail. And look at the stick tights. I am covered. I'm going to be picking them out of my socks, off my clothes. Yeah. Oh, and we've got a good half-mile hike back in here. So, if I'm already covered like that already, I guess it doesn't matter. You just hike the hike and worry about them later. Alright, I'm down to the creek. Don't imagine there's any big fish in here. I mean, unless you get into a hole. But I'm sure there are small ones. Don't see any. Now that's a big hole over there. I imagine there might be fish down there. So, alright, let me get to the camp. Oh, there's little fish down here. They're like running around, they don't know what to do. Little buggers. You'd have to take a whole lot of them to make a meal. Hey guys, I finally made it to camp. Whew. It's some tough rush getting back in here. I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. I don't know what I walked into, but I got a cut over here, a couple cuts there. Oh, crap. Some real tough hiking through the woods. I felt this one Wiped it off on my shirt there. Looked over at my other arm and I seen that one. So I think I'm gonna drop packs here, go back down to the creek and wash up my wounds. But I did make it back to camp. I made it back to my second camp. You can see here I've got another raised bed that's about half done. Plenty of firewood. And we're going to chill out here for the afternoon and see if I can't make my second trap video. That this will be my third time trying to record this video, and hopefully the footage doesn't mess up this time. So yeah, let me get unpacked, go get cleaned up, and we'll be back with you in a minute. I was out here enjoying a decent afternoon on my only day off, and the rain came in, so I had to throw up this rain fly. I'm going to see if I can't find one that's green instead of blue, but I'm back here at my other site, which you guys don't know about yet. I did record some video out here before, and part of the footage got lost, and I have a nice fire going. I trimmed down a lot of brush around here last time I was here, first time I was here, and threw it in a pile, and now I'm just kind of burning the brush off. I like this spot. I mean, it's decent. If the sky wasn't so cloudy, I could get some solar power in here. Right now I'm charging my phone off of AA batteries, but as you can see, a lot of these trees are dead out here. I will probably trim a lot of these out if I keep coming here, so I can get some afternoon sun. It is deer season right now, so I'm real careful about where I hike and how I hike, because I certainly don't need an arrow through the chest. But just kind of wanted to show you guys around. I mean, this is the middle of nowhere. There's nothing around for quite a ways. One of the few big areas of wood or woods around where I live, and where do I go? I go right into the middle of it. You can hear traffic off in the distance over here. You can hear a train off in the distance over there, but they're a good hike away. And then what I do, tear my arm open on the way in. Had blood all over the place. I don't know what I caught. I must have caught a thorn or something, but I didn't feel it. So I'm just gonna chill out here. I've had the camera hidden under the tarp because I got here a couple hours ago, worked all night, and decided to lay down on the raised bed that I have here at this site. And I woke up just in time to see some very, very dark clouds rolling in over here. And I woke up and I was like, I only slept maybe an hour and a half. And I woke up and I looked up and I was like, wow, that looks like rain. So I climbed up and I no more than got out of bed and I felt the first sprinkles. And I was like, oop, I'm glad I brought my blue tarp. So I strapped it up over the raised bed here, and just to keep everything dry, you know, I put my camera down underneath. I just had my camera sitting over there toward the fire on the tripod, and I was like, whoop, put everything under the tarp so I can keep it dry. And then I sat underneath of there. I used my ferro rod while I went and collected up some dry grass and everything, made a little bird's nest, and used my ferro rod and started the fire, because I got, well, probably about a mile hike out of the woods here back to the main road, and then probably a 2-mile hike home. And I've got to be to work at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, so I can't spend the night here. So I'm just here for the afternoon. And it's about 4 p.m. now. No, almost 5, 4:41. So I've got about 2 hours and I need to get out of here. And the tarp's drying out nicely. It's still wet on there somewhat, but it is drying out. I'll probably take it home and hang it up in the cabin so it doesn't get mildew. But yeah, just an afternoon out and back to work tomorrow. Well guys, basically what I got was one afternoon, evening off. I just got home from work at like 8 o'clock this morning. Packed up, had a buddy drop me off, come back to this site. Been here once before. Started making a raised bed here, like my other site. I originally had it going over to this tree. I was kind of hoping to make it a little bigger, and it just wasn't working out right. So I actually tied this pole in here. This is not anchored into the ground. That's just, that pole is just tied in there, and it's tied to 2 other trees. So it's just kind of a little trick for you. If you don't have 3 trees and you want to make a raised bed like this, you can actually run a pole down like that and tie it in as your 3rd tree of the triangle. Now, like I said, I mean, this tree here is the one that I originally tried to tie it to, and it's just way too far out of the way. Trying to put sticks across it, you couldn't do it because you'd end up with too big of gaps on this side compared to that side. So I had to reduce it down and make it like that. Have a big old pile of firewood over there. I've had a fire which is just about gone out now. The sun's up over there. Gonna be going down really quick. I've got a probably half, 3/4 of a mile hike out of the woods, and then a 2-mile hike home. So I'm just gonna kind of wrap things up here. Maybe take home some more punk wood, and get home and edit video. So I will definitely be back here again. I kind of like this place. It's pretty cool. I got the river down there. I mean, you don't really see it as down in the camera. Cameras suck as far as depth and elevation. But that's a very steep decline. Let me see if I can't walk you over here and show you where the river is. Yeah, looks a little better from over here. No, she's not gonna focus. But if you look right there, in between those trees, it looks a little shiny. There's just too many trees in here for it to try to focus down there. But if you look right in between them trees, right there, it looks kind of shiny, and that's where the river is. So we're gonna hike back down to the river, hike back out to the road, and we got about 2 miles home. Want to get home before it gets dark. I come out here after working all night last night and laid up on the bed there and took a nap for about 2 hours. And I woke up just in time to see rain clouds rolling in. So I put the tarp up over the bed to protect my gear and my camera. And of course I didn't go back to sleep. That was when I lit the fire. And just kind of been playing around a little bit. So you guys got to get out in the woods, man. There's nothing like it. There's nothing better than getting out in the woods and spending, I mean, even a little time alone. If you don't have anybody that wants to go with you, you do it alone, you know. There's nobody here but me. I'm the only one here. But I still go out and do it every weekend that I can. If I could choose between going out in the woods and going to work every day, you can bet your ass I'd be right here. I'd be right here. But got bills that got to be paid. And this land ain't mine. If it was my land, things would be a whole lot different. If I had land of my own, I'd be homesteading. I'd be growing my own vegetables. I'd have mason jars. I'd be canning come late summer and not be hiking out in the woods to get a little peace of mind.